Speaking of LeBron James, last week he had comments that they weren't exactly from last week. They were from February, apart in a piece for Bleacher Report in which a writer, Howard Beck, who wrote a great article. If y'all haven't read it about LeBron and Carmelo's relationship, it's a great article. It's amazing. But pretty much writing an article about the relationship between the two, LeBron made a statement in saying that he hopes that he can play with Carmelo, Chris Paul, and Dwayne Wade at least just for 1 year. And these comments caused a surge. Like it felt as though everybody was talking about it for like weeks. This is an exact quote. He said, "I really hope that before our career is over, we can all play together at least one, maybe 1 or 2 seasons. Me, Melo, D Wade, CP, we can get a year in." Um,
That would
and
be a mean team.
yeah, I know. Well, see, here's the thing. He said, "I don't know how realistic it could be. It would definitely be cool if it happened, but we don't know how realistic it could be for to have us for. But I mean, if you got an opportunity to work with three of your best friends, you take it, no matter what. It's not even about sports. It's about being around guys that you don't even have to say nothing. You automatically know we just had that type of history. So can it happen? I don't know if it can even happen, but it would be cool." When Dwayne Wade had a comment, he said, "I don't know, man. Yeah, I heard it. I read it. I'm not really jumping into the headlines right now. For me, I'm focused on my teammates in here. As cool as the headlines is, that has nothing to do with what we're trying to do here." And then Melo, of course, said, "I don't know. We've still got years in the league, so we'll see what happens. Everybody dreams sometimes. Everybody has fantasies." So from the looks of it, the players that are most likely that could make it happen would be LeBron James and Dwayne Wade
Mm-hmm.
and Chris Paul, because this summer Dwayne Wade's set to be a free agent. LeBron, of course, has been signing these 1 year deals that makes him a free agent every summer, so he can capitalize on the salary cap booming every single season. Then Chris Paul signed to the end of the 2016-2017 season, so next year he would be a free agent depending on if he maximized on his player option or not. Then Melo was signed through 2017-2018 with a player option for 2018-2019. Yeah, so it would take a lot of things to move around in order for them to
They
make
all
this
go to
work.
New York.
Yeah,
And then
that's what the solution
Melo
was.
said, "I take a pay cut if it happens. I think we all would have to take a pay cut." So
They would.
yeah, and pretty much right now, I think I saw how I can't remember exactly how old each of them would be. I think as it stands right now, LeBron is 31. No, Chris Paul is 30. LeBron's 31. Dwayne Wade is 33. And I can't remember how old Melo is. I think Melo might also be 33. But what do you guys think the odds are? What do you guys think of this super team that LeBron's talking about playing, having formulate together? Well, actually, LeBron is 31, Anthony's 32, Wade is 34, and Chris Paul's 30.
Mm.
So in order for all this to happen, you probably could add about 2 years onto each of their ages. So LeBron James would be 33, Wade would be 36, Paul would be 32, and Anthony would be 34. So what do you guys think of this possible super team LeBron was talking about? Khalid, let's start with you. What do you think?
I mean, it'd be amazing to watch, but the likelihood of it happening is slim to none. You gotta think about it. Who, if LeBron, not LeBron, if Chris Paul is right now on a winning, is basically having a winning season, it was he willing to leave the Clippers for another team like New York? One, they all would have to take a pay cut. That's one, because they will all have to go to New York since Melo will have the most time on his contract, and since they're going to be giving up, they're going to be losing their contract a lot sooner. Not to mention, you'll have to do a mean trade for Chris Paul on New York's behalf to have him in the lineup. You'll have to trade about 3 players to equal up Chris Paul's efficiency. And it was just, it'll hurt the Clippers team. So, and I'm pretty sure Chris Paul loves LA. Everybody loves LA. So him just being in that environment, that's one factor that'll hurt the chances of this super team. Another thing, Dwayne Wade and LeBron. Dwayne Wade getting a pay cut. I know he probably don't want to lose his money, even though he'll become free agent soon. LeBron as well. LeBron always willing to go somewhere. And then Melo.
Come on.
He's just trying to get the rings, bro.
Gosh.
And then Melo, I'm pretty sure he's down for the fact, but he don't want to take that pay cut either. So it's just gonna hurt their pockets a whole lot, and it is going to take a lot of time before this can happen. Nobody knows, like, in the next year or so, whether or not the Cavaliers organization gonna be winning with LeBron on it, or the Miami or the Clippers next year. You know, it's just so many things that has to go into like factors that plays into it that it may not down the road may not be thought to LeBron.
All right.
Let me disagree with you for a little bit, Khaled. All right, one of Carmelo did say he'd take a pay cut to play with him. I'm gonna tell you why he'd take a pay cut. I'm gonna tell you why Chris Paul would take a pay cut. Neither one of them has a championship ring. Both of them, I'm sure, wants a championship ring before they retire. So I don't think a pay cut's worth a ring. I mean, they made plenty of millions already. I think a chance to win a ring. With LeBron already said he's out of there if they don't win.
Yeah,
he told Dwayne Wade,
He's
he's like, we're doing bigger and better things if we don't get better. So he's out of there. So Dwayne Wade wants to play with LeBron again. It's pretty much been established between them two already. So I'm just looking at it like this is honestly possible. This is likely possible because you can't really tell a free agent where he can and can't go, in a sense. And I'm sure you can. The thing about that team is who's gonna be your big? Who's gonna be the big on that team?
That's a good question.
You got small forwards and guards, no big man. So how are they gonna win?
Well, they said
and then they're gonna have players out of their prime.
They said if they go to New York, like in 2016, then Robin Lopez would be the fifth member of the lineup.
Robin Lopez. Oh, if they want to win with that team, Phil Jackson better come down and coach them then.
Oh man,
that's all I gotta say.
Well, I can't get my words out, but I feel as though to the standpoint of them playing in they would both all pretty much the only person that probably be relatively in their prime would be Chris Paul. So the team happening, a lot of strings would have to be pulled because I mean Chris Paul wouldn't become a free agent until essentially 2016-2017 season. So that's pretty much the end of the 2017 season. And then LeBron and Dwayne are going to have to sign another 1-year deal or so because they're the ones that have the flexibility to make it happen. And then unless and they all have to want to go to New York because that would have to incite that Dwayne Wade would want to have to leave Miami, even though people are saying that it could happen. I mean, if you wanted it to happen in Los Angeles, it would take a lot of trades, but it could somewhat happen. You trade Kyrie Irving, or I mean, you trade Blake Griffin for a Carmelo Anthony or something like that. But it's just so much work you have to do to get Cap off of your roster that in Los Angeles is very, very unlikely. Then in Cleveland, I mean, people could join Cleveland to an extent, but you'd have to trade Kyrie Irving essentially for Chris Paul and then somehow be able to get Melo, and that is just so much to have happen. And it doesn't seem as though that's a lot of moves that team would have to make. And it seems as though Miami and New York would be the most viable spot for something to happen. And then you have to find an NBA owner who's willing to take on all these guys. Because essentially, when you're taking all these guys, you're taking all these guys, but then you're making yourself the owner of envy, and you're essentially empowering the players because you're giving them the power to make those decisions and make those choices in order to come to your franchise. So it's a lot of power you're giving it to your players. But as far as even if it happened, I don't think because Golden State is so young. If Golden State was able to somehow keep their core, if they added Kevin Durant, I don't think that team could beat. Because I mean, LeBron's played power forward before, so they would just have to sign it. Because I mean, even in Miami, they got guys to sign what's called for minimums.
Chris Bosh was good.
No, but I mean, they signed guys like Chris Anderson and whatnot, and they filled the center spot admirably. But their wing play was so great. I mean, Miami wasn't great at defending the rim. Whenever they faced a team with a big, they got work.
They just had great offensive efficiency.
Yeah, I mean, it was great wing defense and great like you said, offensive wing presence. And now the league, it's not like they have to worry about that much because the league has essentially moved away from bigs. So it's not like you're going to be facing any post presence guys like that outside of Chicago with Pau Gasol, who's going to be a free agent. So
question is they going to be able to keep up? That's the only thing.
Just let them all go to Philadelphia. Let them fans be happy for once in their life.
Chill out.
Call it a day.
I thought we were talking about probable things happening.
He said let them fans be happy. You coming at the Eagles too?
I didn't know we were talking about the impossible. But and the funny thing is with teams like this, we've seen plenty of dream team scenarios because people talk about, oh, it's not fair. LeBron's trying to build another super team. Hey, look, it's 2 years down. If it was to happen, it would be 2 or 3 years down the line.
And teams can prepare for it.
I mean, but these guys would be
They
especially
wouldn't be the
Melo.
best of they
Melo,
self.
Melo and Dwayne Wade would be far out of their primes. I mean,
Mhm.
Melo would be what? Pushing on 30. No, Dwayne Wade would be pushing on 36, 37. Melo would be pushing on 35, 36. LeBron would be 33, 34. And Chris Paul would be either 32 or 33. So
Yeah.
you look at it from that standpoint, you're just like, I mean, these guys would be out of their prime. So we've seen plenty of super teams flop with prime young talent. Like the Lakers of 03, 04, I think,
Even the
when we had
Celtics.
Karl Malone, Gary Payton, Kobe Bryant, and Shaquille O'Neal. That team. I mean, that team. I mean, let's not get it twisted. I mean, they went to the finals, and until Karl Malone essentially got hurt, they were winning off of talent alone, and they had Kobe in his prime and Shaq in his prime. So imagine all these guys out of their prime, and you got to sign pretty much veteran minimum league deals. Like I still don't see how that team could be a Golden State. Man, if Golden State got Kevin Durant, that's just not fair.
That would be unfair.
It's just wrong. I mean, it wouldn't be this currently.
But that
constructed.
perimeter shooting game would be crazy.
I mean, even with Golden State, how it's constructed right now, in 2-3 years, Steph Curry's gonna be what 30 years old, 31. He just turned 28 this year. Birthday's March 14th. Hello, shout out. But yeah, he just turned 28 this year, so he'd be 30. Klay Thompson would be about 29, 28, I believe.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they're young. That's a young core, so they got plenty of years left in them to flourish and dominate.
Mhm.
But yeah, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for today's show. It's been KBR Sports, the best sports talk show of your 24-hour day, coming to you on WOD Studios, the best in college radio. Check us out on Spreaker and Rabble, where you can listen to our podcasts on there, and also on iTunes. And download the Rabble app so you can listen to us when you're going to work, you're on the way somewhere, going somewhere else. You know, you can listen to us live. And also, tweet us at KBR_sports and give us your topics and opinions and comments so we can read them out live during the show. And also comment on the YouTube streams when we're streaming so that we can read your comments aloud during the show. And also, anybody wants to join in the debate, the number 757-683-4405. So you can call in and give us your opinions and also debate in with us during shows. But all right, that's going to wrap it up for the show today, guys. Y'all have a good day.